What's up, gorgeous? In this video, I'm going to show you just how to use this Matthewmane automatic curling iron. Here's a little fun fact about red hair. Having red hair and blue eyes is actually the rarest combination of a person in the world. Look how easy that is to create that curl. You know, when I started growing my hair out and I actually started doing it at home, I realized what all these girls had been saying all these years about how curling your hair is pretty difficult at home. All these girls that I would work with in the salon would always say, I can't curl my hair at home. I know exactly what you mean, because when you're looking in a mirror, it's the opposite of what you're doing right here. So it is hard. And that's what makes using this Matthewmane automatic curling iron so easy, because you get this perfect curl each and every time. Another fact about redheads is that we actually take more anesthesia to put us out than a regular person. When I go to the dentist, it does take more anesthesia or lidocaine or numbing agents to actually numb the area. Amazing thing about using an automatic curling wand is you get a precise, consistent curl each time that you use it. I'm someone who always was a person who said, I am never going to use an automatic curling wand. I'm never going to use an automatic curler because I just kind of thought it was cheating. You know, I'm a hairstylist, I should be able to do this. Then I got a little bit older and a little bit wiser. And as you know, as you get a little bit older, your hands don't work the same as they used to, and your joints don't feel the same as they used to, and things start hurting like they never did before, and you start looking at these automatic curling wands and thinking like, well, it's just innovation, it's just technology. I can do the same thing, but now I can have a machine do it for me. Another fact about redheads is that we are born awesome. This automatic curling wand just makes your life so much easier. The trick to having hair, a hairstyle, curls that will last all night, is curling them and then letting them cool in this formation before you brush them out. Don't worry, this isn't the final look. I'm not going for American Girl doll over here. I'm going for sexy Victoria's Secret girl doll. So growing up with red hair, I never really remember being made fun of a lot for having red hair. I almost remember being praised for having red hair. And I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, oh, maybe it's because I had a best friend that also had red hair. So I definitely was the only person in my family that had red hair. My cousin had more of like this auburn hair, which was more brown, not so much red. I had this fiery red, orange hair. I can always remember everyone making a big deal about me having red hair, especially older women. I do remember my grandma taking me around the small little downtown area where we lived in Mount Dora and putting a hat on me to protect me from the sun, and then taking me around to the little shops and then taking off my hat and showing my hair to all the older ladies who would then ooh and ah over my hair, and it was pretty embarrassing, but I kind of liked it. Now, if you were a redhead, put in the comments if you did have a fun time being a redhead growing up, or if you hated it. Now, to be completely honest, I've never curled my hair with this small of an iron before, so I am anxious and excited to see exactly how this is going to look, because currently it's giving me American Girl doll vibes. So I can't wait to see what it looks like when I brush it out. I mean, it amazes me when you use these automatic wands just how perfect the curl comes out every time. I love using these Matthewmane hair tools because they are professional quality. So I am a professional hairstylist, right? I use professional tools, professional products, so you can feel the quality difference. You can feel the quality in the cord and in the tools. I'm currently looking like Shirley Temple. Pro tip, always use a heat protectant before you start using an iron or start using a tool, because you want to put that layer of protection between you and this iron that's like 400 degrees. Fact about redheads, redheads actually have the least amount of hair compared to people with brown hair or blonde hair. The awesome thing about these Matthewmane tools is that they come with a 1-year warranty. So if anything happens, they will replace or repair your tool, no questions asked. Another fact about redheads is that we never go gray. We just go blonde. There's no salt and pepper for us. There's no pepper. I'm looking like Anna Green Gables. Oh, pro tip, always turn away from your face. Point the arrow pointing away from the face. On this side, I was pointing the arrow that way, pressing the arrow that way. This time I'm gonna press it this way. Then it's gonna give me that curl that turns away. Pro tip, when you're using tools like this one that are made out of 100% tourmaline, it actually gives your hair more shine. Look how perfect this curl comes out every time. It's nuts. I can remember being very young and loving going to the hair salon with my mom. And I didn't even remember actually getting anything done when I would go with her, but I loved the smell. I loved the way that, I guess that I loved the way that my mom would like exude confidence and happiness when she was there. And then that just transferred to me. And that's probably why I loved going to the salon. I remember we used to go to Mrs. Brubaker's. She had a salon in her house, in her garage, and my mom would get her hair done there. And I would just love going with her and seeing her do it and seeing her work on my mom. But let me tell you something, in the 90s, we did not have automatic curling wands like this. We had perms. Now I remember when my mom would drive me about an hour to go get my hair cut. I mean, we grew up in like kind of a small town in Central Florida, so there wasn't many good hairstylists or salons in that small town. No offense to anyone that lives there or worked there in the 90s, but we had to drive into Orlando to get a good haircut and some good hair color. And I do remember like going to that salon and working with that hairstylist. Her name was Kim Coffin. And she just made me feel handsome. She made me feel beautiful, like the way she talked to me, the way she encouraged me. I can really remember going to that hair salon and feeling handsome or beautiful for probably one of the first times. And that's the wonderful power that a hairstylist holds. Like myself as a hairstylist, it's easy to forget that you really are holding space for people to tell you whatever kind of issue or problem that they're having, and they're looking for advice or they're looking for a sounding board. And I think that's a really amazing thing about the beauty industry, is that you are holding space for these people to really confess so much, and the power of touch. I mean, it is truly a wonderful thing to change someone's day just by changing the way that they perceive themselves in a mirror. People in the beauty industry working with clients and being able to affect their lives by touching them and by making them feel better about themselves from the reflection that they see in the mirror, I have found it so uplifting and so rewarding in so many different ways. And I am so thankful for that experience that I had with my hairstylist. And I can remember like the first time after leaving there, not really wanting to leave because she had made such an impact on my day. This is the finished look. Just kidding. We are going to let this cool before I brush it out. That's a little pro tip, to let your curls cool for 5-10 minutes and then brush them out. These curls are curling. Here's a pro tip. use a detangling brush to brush out your curls. And don't be afraid to get in there and really separate those curls. I don't want to see those curls gathering together. I want to see that wave in there like that. That's pretty. Whoa, this is nice. We got a big bouncy blowout, baby. We are ready for the red carpet. Okay, so this is brushed out and this is still American Girl doll over here. Okay, we got Barbie and we got American Girl doll. Now it's important to use like a, did you see that? From one swipe through with this brush. Like you just get this curl separation, this big, bouncy, beautiful, woo! I'm flipping this all to one side and I'm just going to brush, 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 and then I'm gonna flip it all forward. Flip it over and brush it underneath. This is amazing. All right, gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. As always, you can always find the link to the Numi products in my bio. And when you're at checkout, make sure you use the code Matthewmane, M-A-N-E, for a little discount from me to you. All right, talk to you soon.